Let's take a look at how ASX listings have performed in the past decade. Now, before we jump into all that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and press the bell notification button. An initial public offering refers to the process of offering a private company's shares to the public for the first time in the form of a new share offering. IPOs offer companies the chance to raise money by offering shares in the primary market. Companies hire investment banks to market, measure demand, set prices and dates for IPOs, amongst other things. The Australian share market IPOs have significantly increased over the past 10 years, from a huge rise from a new and secondary capital of almost $51 billion in 2012 to raising $255 billion in new and secondary capital in financial year 2022. This year, the ASX saw decade-high levels of listings activity, mostly in the first half of the quarter, with a total of 217 new listings during the 2022 financial year, which is the highest number since 2008 financial year. ASX markets business benefited from higher equity trading activity and demand for commodities products. However, this was partly offset by the impact of the lower interest rate environment on futures volumes. While talking about capital raised through IPOs, the ASX set a new record overall by raising almost $159 billion, and that's excluding the BHP capital unification. This indicated a 56% increase in the total amount of capital raised. In 2017, the ASX witnessed a huge number of listings compared to other years, with 152 companies. Even though there was a high number of listings, revenue from listings was flat year on year. The total amount of capital raised through listing was 28% lower to $56 billion. Integrated Building Services Johns Lyng Group, financial services company Net Wealth, investment company WAM Global, and many other companies were listed on the ASX during the last 10 years. 2020 witnessed a major fall in the number of new listings across the period. There are only 83 new listings that occurred in 2020. According to Statistica, the number of companies listed on the Australian Securities Exchange has been very constant in recent years, from 1,973 domestic companies and 126 international companies in January 2017. These figures changed to 1,997 domestic and 161 international in June 2022. During the period, the total market capitalisation of domestic companies in the ASX increased from $1.75 trillion to $2.31 trillion. Over the years, revenue generated by the ASX has been growing steadily. The Australian Stock Exchange generated its all-time high revenue this year. The ASX reported revenue growth of 7.5% to $1.02 billion last financial year. In 2012, the ASX reported operating revenue of around $610 million, down 1.2%. Well, that's the end of the video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. I'm Rachel for Calcine Media.